So in this video, I want to talk about something I've never seen on a drawing before. So somebody sent me a drawing to look at and get my opinion on. It had 0 at MMC on a thread. Now, I think what was going on with this drawing is it had a lot of position for holes, and the designer, for whatever reason, was using 0 at MMC, which is fine for a hole or other features. But they also put 0 at MMC for the thread. I'd just like to talk about real quick what the implications are. Like a lot of things, it isn't wrong as long as you understand what the requirement is. So, 0 MMC, this applies to the pitch cylinder. If we look up in ASME B1.1, which is also in Machinery's Handbook, the pitch cylinder tolerance for a 1/2 inch 13 UNC 2B thread is a total tolerance of 6.5 thousandths. So what you're saying here is that the position maximum is 6.5 thousandths, which, depending on the application, is a rather small position. It's in the realm of plus or minus 2 or 3 thousandths, if you want to think about it in X's and Y's. Now, the issue with this is you're making whoever checks it, one, check the axis of the pitch cylinder, not the biggest deal in the world, you use a thread gauge, but then they also have to go measure what the actual diameter of the pitch cylinder is to get the tolerance. I mean, they've got to know that. If it comes in at MMC, then the X's and Y's for the position have to be absolutely perfect. If it comes in at, say, 0.4565, then you got 6.5 thousandths, in which it can be off in X and Y by that 2 or 3 thousandths linear measurement. And don't quote me on that. It's somewhat close. It's a circular tolerance zone, but in X's and Y's, it's near that. Now, this, I think, is not helpful, right? Again, not wrong, but not helpful, because I don't see the functional reason for this. There's a functional reason for MMC on a hole, because as the hole grows larger, it's still got that virtual condition in which something can slip through, a clearance hole. With a thread, that's not really true. I mean, the point of a thread is for something to thread into it. So you're just giving somebody 6.5 thousandths, but there's really, what are you getting out of that? And maybe there is something, I don't know. Leave it in the comments if there's some really good reason you have for doing this. Now, if we call this out at the minor diameter, I think it's a little bit more reasonable. If you see over there, we've got 17 thousandths of tolerance on the minor diameter. I think, though, what this is going to encourage, right, you're going to check it with a gauge pen. You'll see what size the gauge pen is, and that's how you'll calculate your bonus tolerance. But it's going to encourage re-drilling the minor diameter to get the bonus tolerance. So what I'm saying is, you would thread the hole, you check it with a gauge pen, and say the gauge pen comes in at its smallest size, 0.417. It's at MMC, and say it's off in the X direction. Well, in order to get the bonus tolerance at 17 thousandths, they're not going to re-tap the thread, they're just going to make the minor diameter larger. Now, there could be a limit to this. Maybe at some point it wouldn't pass a go, no-go gauge check, but if I'm not mistaken, you could make the minor diameter as big as you want and it'll still pass a go, no-go gauge check fairly well. So, again, I'm not sure what the purpose of this is, right? For a clearance hole, it makes a lot of sense, but for this, it's just encouraging making the minor diameter larger, which nothing is fitting through there. The thread is threading into the pitch cylinder. So, again, not totally wrong, but just understand what the drawing requirement is. If you see this on a drawing, ask why. Like, ask them, well, do you know what the tolerance on the minor diameter or the pitch cylinder is? Have you looked it up? Is that, in line with your design requirements? So that's it for this video. Just a short one. This is just something I've never seen on a drawing before. If you have anything to add, please put it in the comments. Please like and subscribe.